Again, we are into Beyond the Boundary. Hi, Indusan.
Hi, so today we are going to talk about something interesting.
Very interesting
Yes.
because we know it's always talking about a male dominant world. We are playing cricket,
Of course.
and the cricket was just born to the world few centuries back, we say, and maybe 2 centuries we are having it in the international level.
Of course. Of
Right?
course.
And for the things for the women, we say, just concluded the Women's World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
And the world is just a bit of awareness of the women's cricket because I had some comparison in 2017 Indian World Cup final.
Yeah,
It was
true.
in the same Mumbai empty ground. Today,
You
in the
hardly
same
get
Mumbai, you can't
tickets.
imagine, you can't get the tickets. Even Indians were not likely to be there by
Yes.
the end to the semi-finals.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So it's in a high note. So
Of
we
course.
thought that we should talk something about history and where it started and how it went
going.
off. It's very short history, maybe lesser than 100 years for the international women cricket. From where we can start in this?
I just want to ask you a question. Do you have any idea about when was the first time they played a Women's Cricket World Cup? I give you a hint. It's from your era.
Yes, in my era. And the funny stuff is, it was played just before they were playing men's World
Men's
Cup.
World Cup. So that's something like, people hardly believe, right? And they had 7 teams. So the first ever Women's World Cup was played in 1973. And Sri Lanka was not part there because they had an international team. So there was New Zealand, there was England, there was Australia, there was Jamaica, and so many
There
other
were
teams.
Trinidad and Tobago
Trinidad
and
and Tobago.
and there was the international
International
cricket team, which is combined a few from the, it says South Africa invited, but some other nations,
Yeah, so some
Netherlands,
other-
Denmark and those ones.
So then they played the first ever Cricket World Cup.
And
in
also there
1970.
was a England newborn team also.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
England wanted to play their World Cup and they were having their second 11 too playing there.
Yes.
So it's like they were having some trial World Cup before the men's World Cup.
Was
It says
happening.
in some historical books.
True. So it's really a very, very surprising fact for me. And I'm pretty sure that Women's World Cup would have few other surprises as well. Can you, by any chance, tell me something which normally I don't know? Or like,
Of course, yes. In the Women's World Cup, the surprising stuff is it was started in England
sure.
and expanded thereafter. Every 4 years, 5 years, there were different intervals.
Sure.
And when you say that, I think you know stats. Australia was a 7-time winner, England was a 3-time winner, New Zealand is a 1-time
One-time winner.
and India is a 1-time winner by
One-time winner.
today, right?
Yes.
But the fact is, until 1983, the consecutive winning was happening from Australian side.
Of course. They
Right?
dominate cricket.
They
The
dominated
men
in a
or female.
way, but we say it's by 7 times they have won today.
Sure.
But not 2 consecutive years thereafter.
Oh.
The fun
right.
fact is, Australia is dominating.
Hmm.
They were dominating like nothing because if you see that some Australian players today, Until
McLennan.
until number 10, they can hit over 70, 80 meters sixers like Maxi.
Exactly. I mean, we saw that, right, when the Pakistan versus Australia match happening. There's their number 10 player called Elena King.
Elena King, the king who has taken 7 wickets.
Yeah, of course. And she did that against South Africa. And she was like, she was actually giving a little bit lesson to the Sri Lankan cricket team. If you're playing on slow Ketarama, this is how you bad guys.
No, actually, I'm just thinking when our number 10 is coming to bat, I'm seeing that girl even cannot face to a straight ball sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
She was just likely to survive from the ball, not as just try to score a run within last few overs.
Of
So
course.
this is something Sri Lankan cricket have to look into. We will talk this thing as a separate chapter.
Of course.
Because that is something very serious for the future of the cricket.
Of
right?
course.
So let's go for the history. And when we go there, the World Cup started there, and from there onwards we continued. But before that, first Test match was played in 1877. Test cricket.
1877.
Gents, right?
We were a colony back then. Okay.
Then the women's part
Okay.
was just happened
Yeah.
in 1934,
Oh,
as you know,
okay.
right?
Okay.
The one of the England team was touring into Australia and
Yeah.
New Zealand,
Yeah.
right? So the first international test match was happened there in 1934. And from there onwards, the story in between three international teams, as in the very beginning, and they were talking about international.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you want to talk international, you
Yeah,
want to
sure.
have few teams.
Sure.
It was in between Australia, England,
And New
New
Zealand.
Zealand.
Yeah, true. Because that's how most of the time the cricket happened. Because Australia and New Zealand used to be one of the very, I can say even a model colony for them, because they had a lot of connections with that. So I just wanted to take this attention a little bit from World Cup to the bowling, and I was blown away by reading something. You also know that actually women's cricket contributed the way that the current cricketers have been bowling. Can you believe it?
We have to.
That was a fact. Because now we are talking about, so what really surprising for me is now people are talking about bowling actions. They are saying like whether this particular person is chucking or not, like, not chucking, is this 15-degree angle works, and often the bowlers getting reported for like,
And do you remember Greg Chappell's brother's work?
Yeah, of course.
Mhm,
Of course. He
those-
did that to New Zealand, right? He just sent through underarm ball just the first time. So just tell us something about how did these women changed the underarm bowling action to the modern cricket bowling action.
Guys, you know that what Trevor Chappell was
Yeah.
doing in that day
Sure.
was the way the cricket just started.
True.
Because men's and women, they were playing in your backyards and everywhere, and it was a funny game, right?
True.
And also you might have seen even the English cricket, Scottish cricket, and those people, even they are playing the Scottish bagpipe. That sack they are wearing, right? Because that's a national, the dress code what they are having, and the women's cricketers were wearing that sack, the mini skirt,
Yeah, skirt type of thing.
mini
and,
skirt type of thing until 1980s, I think.
Sure.
Because not the trouser.
Yes.
right? So being they are wearing that, but that was a more thicker thing before that, and they could not bowl it underarm. Right? So because they were not trying to invent new things in there. You can bat it, there are 3 wickets, and ball is coming, and you are hitting. That was the normal logical game which was happening.
True.
But the thing was, women's were the inventors. Yes, women's. You can be proud, right? And you wanted to have it differently.
Sure.
Because it was disturbing to your sack.
Yes.
And one tried, it may be chucking even,
Yeah. True.
right? And overarm bowling action.
From here they started this one, right? Yeah.
It was only 120, 130 years back.
Sure.
Right? So then it was progress, it was developed, it was taken into the proper actions, and the up arm bowling action just continued in the international cricket.
Yeah, I was just thinking what would have been morally bowling like coming and something. Lasith Malinga would have done something, because if we didn't go for the overarm bowling action. So that
I remember this underarm bowling action once with McGrath.
Yes.
He tried it. It was a commuter.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And once, if I'm not mistaken, tried by Sangai even in one moment, because of they wanted to have some fun.
I
right?
know, I
so
know.
these things, this funny stuff, but That's how they started the game.
Good old days, those were the things. And while speaking about women invented all these things, what I'm really remembering is the women cricketers normally play for a very prolonged years. If you just really take Sophie Devine, she started, I think she's been playing her 16th year in cricket.
Yeah, because
And,
she was playing from 2006 for
Yes.
the World Cups.
Yes.
But she was playing from the cricket from 2003, like.
Exactly.
And from to the team, she represented from 2006.
Exactly. So, but they have been doing really good stuff because they are maintaining their fitness, because they have to run, they have to still hit boundaries, they have to still run between the wickets. But what I am really looking at this and been really amazed and surprised by these female cricketers, they don't get paid much, and they don't get much tours coming in their way also. So if you just really take Sri Lanka, like they will have like maybe 3 or 4 tours in the entire year, but very less schedule, very less payment, but they somehow maintain their fitness, they stay relevant to the game, they play very well, and they really make a very long career out of it. Isn't it inspiring?
Of course, yes. Actually, you know that body shapes, physiques, and all those things, when say in general context even,
Yes, sure.
women's would be lower and they are having certain things and the body shapes and the physical fitness. But when you see that, when Shahid Afridi has hit a 6 for 150 meters, the longest, second longest would going to be in 110, 120s, right? Even the ladies are there who are capable of hitting more than 100 meters by today.
Sure.
So the context, the technical stuff, the way they are doing the batting and also fielding, if you say, some people like Jonty Rhodes, if you see the fielding like in the supremacy, but in the ladies context, in average ladies fielder today, you can see how they are technically grown by today, and they are having differently.
Sure.
And to the males even, I just feel like today I'm seeing certain times the speed of the bowling, maybe to meet that, because we saw about something like 140 is meeting by the ladies, and we can see the turning and those things are happening better. If you say the king, like she's turning like nothing with her
Yeah.
7 wickets. It was amazing. Like, because you can recall about Murali or Shakleen Mustak or even Shane Warne. These ladies are coming out, right? So this game is now changed and monitored properly. I use that word monitored,
Sure.
because if you want to have something in a better way, you should monitor the things, and you have to look after the players who are being in the game and give them proper payments, give them the proper training, give them the proper timing. Because I know personally today Sri Lankan, most the cricketers were doing their own jobs until I think 3-4 years back.
Sure, because
right?
I was really shocked to see a video of Mithali Raj just after 2007 World Cup, I think. 2007 World Cup, when the India's home World Cup, we discussed in the beginning of this chat, right? They were paid per match 1,000 rupees. So she said, I played 8 matches. I just got 8,000 rupees.
Indian rupees.
Indian rupees.
Just put it there, 2.5, then the conversion rate.
In Sri
Only
Lanka,
20,000
yeah.
rupees for 8 matches for World Cup.
And
who are
it's in a World
playing.
Cup. It's in a World Cup. And the funny part is, she just says she couldn't, from the match fee, she couldn't afford flying back to her home city from Mumbai.
And even she could not get pair of the things, shoes or something which currently use in the
Yes,
context.
in good old days. But like, thankfully now, I think there is some positive news we need to share about it. Few countries actually pay their male cricketers and female cricketers same.
Yeah, who started is your favorites.
Yeah, New Zealand. New Zealand always starts these kind of good stuff. But what I'm really making it as same amount. That doesn't mean that you get the contract or retainers. It's about the match fee. So each cricketers, say like in New Zealand, if Kane Williamson plays a test match or like a one-day match, New Zealand doesn't play, female cricketers doesn't play test match much. So if he plays a T20 or an ODI match, he gets certain amount of New Zealand dollars as his match fee. Same amount Sophie Devine or Susie Bates or Melia Kerr gets it. And it's beautifully done in India also. Because a country like India, we obviously has a richest board. But one thing they did it, they wanted to pay their female cricketers also same money. And that was trolled heavily on social media. They said, what are they doing? What sort of cricket they are playing? What sort of things? But coupled with women's IPL, WPL came into picture, and Indian cricket team did well, and finally they became world champions. Because you need to pay cricketers a certain amount of money for their fitness. They need to buy good equipments, and they need to maintain themselves. They need to eat well for nutrition. They need to sometimes go to a physiotherapist to work on certain of their body movements. So all these things matters. I hope that other countries also play, and slowly we can see this franchise league coming up, because we can see BBL deserves a big appreciation.
I'm having a bit disturbance for you. Now, when you say about the WPL, I think there is a very good context we have to recall about Indian cricket development.
Sure.
Because by 2017 World Cup, they were semi-finalists.
Yeah, sure.
And they were semi-finalists. I think they are winning main contributor, Deepthi, was having a hit there, and she was having a certain missing there also.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
And if you see there in 2022, you can see Deepthi was having a no ball thing.
South Africa, right?
South African match, right? And
So
what I want to tell you is, in that context, through the WPL, India have found certain players, right, who are missing in action in certain ways. Because if you see some stories of certain girls, very poor families, right?
Himachal Pradesh and most of the time Madhya Pradesh. So these are the places.
Some characters like, if you see the Radha Yadav, she is the first from Assam, right? And we saw one from first from Kerala who was playing, and one first from the Madhya Pradesh who is playing.
Yes.
Because we always saw it from either Mumbai or Bangalore or Chennai or Delhi girls, like the Sri Lankan cricket historically for the gents,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And even today the same,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So, but India from 26 states, now some cricketers are coming out, they are paying well.
Sure.
And they are paying for a match, right, in IPL more than 17, 18 years back. Mithali Raj was paid for total the World Cup per match, and now they are looking after.
Yeah, so that I want to add.
They have the resources.
Yes, I want to add one thing. The VPL has this overall monetary value is higher than the PSL. Exactly. I mean, because PSL and BBL and these are the good leagues, right? IPL is there, then all these things.
Indian cricket is rich, buddy.
Yeah, of course. But still, having all these things. And I'm really happy to see this one good thing. Rohit Sharma was there. So many Indian cricketers were there to appreciate them and support them and all these things. So that's really good. So slowly we'll go back to the BBL started this women's league first. WPL was little late, but thankfully better late than never. But Sri Lanka definitely need to have a catch up. We need to have first class structure for women, very strong one. So we will discuss that in depth in this thing. But Caribbean Premier League is happening, and I'm very happy to see the 100 is giving so many opportunities to women cricketers all over the world. And New Zealand does have Super Smash, but one beautiful thing about New Zealand, their male version of the cricket only for New Zealanders. It goes like a very very much like a first class structure. But the Super Smash, they bring on cricketers from outside. Even Chamari was playing from all these places.
And also, you remember in Hong Kong, even there was another tournament. Even some New Zealanders and those were playing there. So it is not simple, but the women's cricket is coming out with some franchises.
Of course,
and they are just getting more opportunities.
Of course.
The special thing was actually we have to recall that about 3 years back for the World Cup, Sri Lankans were not qualified, Bangladesh were qualified because we were playing less matches in the Corona time.
Yes, we literally didn't play any matches during the Corona time. So that's why we actually came low in the ranking. So we actually missed the automatic qualification.
Yeah.
And then we have to, we worked so hard to come to this position, to be honest.
Yeah, no, to be frank enough, we have defeated England in their own backyard 2 years back.
Sure.
And South Africans in the World Cup opener in their homeland.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is...
It's not easy. Other than Australia, we have defeated every team in the best ways.
Sure. So we'll discuss about that in detail in the upcoming one. So overall, it's nice to see how the women cricket has started from somewhere and where it's going.
And how they are maintaining their fitness.
Yeah, of course.
And how new players are looking after.
And we need to remember all these female cricketers are like really talented. Some of them actually went to Olympics even to won medal. And I saw some interesting fact that Elsie Perry has more football knockout matches than Cristiano Ronaldo. More cricket knockout matches than Sachin Tendulkar. The two stalwarts of the male version of their game. But Elsie Perry is like, ruling it.
That beautiful lady, right?
Yeah. So Sophie Devine has represented New Zealand in hockey. Susie Bates have represented New Zealand in basketball, all in Olympics. And there's a South African cricketer. She went to 2016 Olympics. She won silver medal in Olympics, in javelin throw, in another game. This is so these people are really talented, and I have so much respect for them. And it's nice that we both could sit here and review this and celebrate them.
Yes, because women's cricket is all about, just we say about your mom, your sister are playing cricket, was not something which could see in historical context of the Indian or Sri Lankan cultural perspective.
Sure.
But by today things have changed and people are coming out and more better players are coming into context, and we see the players, if Preetika Rawal is going out,
Shefali Verma comes
you are having a player to replace who can be the man of the match in the final.
What sort of talent depth is this? It's scary. It's really scary. But I'm really happy for them.
Yeah, that's how the game should be, right? And Sri Lanka, we are recalling it. If we want to say international, only we are having 35-year-old Chamari Athapattu. She may be going out anytime. If her damage, something physically would damage total Sri Lankan cricket. Yeah. It should not happen.
Sure.
With having a room for that to be talked in our next episode, we say you, international female cricket, we are proud of you. And we are coming to watch it in the ground.
Of course.
And you are making things happy and things stronger. And it is not a game anymore. People say it's a women's game. It's a more stronger game, more happier game, and a game with more friendliness. Because I have to recall it and tell it to you, because after end of the South African-Indian match, I saw how the Indian team players went there to the South African team, hugging them.
Yeah, true.
And just had some fantastic motherly times with them, and that's what the game should be. That sisterhood may make it a better future.
Sure, for
and the game loved by the more people. Let the game be like that.
Sure.
Kudos to you all, and thanks, Indusen, for joining. And we will be having good times in women's cricket, because Sri Lankan women's cricket also will having a something
Sure.
Sri Lankans to celebrate, hopefully in near future. Let's meet again, and bye bye for today.
Cheers.